Okay, we're going to go over marketing procedures, marketing funnels, and your own VA procedures with clients. So we're going to start out with a marketing funnel, and I originally wrote this really long, like 5-page ebook about marketing funnels, and I realized that being in social media marketing and just from like years of absorbing it, like that's like the textbook definition that I was writing down of what a marketing funnel is. And some of that is still usable, it's still valuable information, but it's maybe not what's working right now. A marketing funnel or a sales funnel is basically a way to funnel people into your business. So, ideally your clients find you somehow, right? They find you on Facebook, they find you through your website, they find you on Twitter, they're finding you somehow through some kind of advertisement or through word of mouth. Somehow they come into your area of business, right? Generally, you're not bumping into people on the street every day and saying, hey, here's my business, right? They're finding you generally, or you're finding them. So you're out there advertising, posting, commenting on Facebook groups, replying to someone's tweet about needing a VA, whatever, each other finding each other, right? So if you have, that's generally how you find clients, right? There's some kind of, or they find you, either way. So if someone lands on your website, or they find your website, or they're referred to your website, or you give them your website, okay, you have your contact information on there, right? So you have, email me or call me or whatever the thing is. I have a Facebook Messenger app on mine, and that's great. I mean, it's needed because obviously if someone finds your website, they need a way to get in contact with you. That's the whole point. Like, you can't have a website, or you can't have a business card with no phone number on it or no email or anything, So, I mean, that's great. You have to have contact information up there so people can actually get in contact with you. That's the whole point. They're interested in your services. So that's something. I mean, you have to have contact information. But the other thing is that there might be people that land on your website that maybe are looking into a virtual assistant. Maybe they really enjoy reading your blog, but they're not in the space to hire a virtual assistant right now. Maybe they, were interested in a sale that you posted on your services, or interested in something that you posted on your website or your blog that led them to you, and then their browser quits or something and they lose your website, or whatever happens, they don't immediately contact you about your services. You want a way to keep in contact with the people that were interested in your services at one point, or that are your customers and that may need different services from you, or that didn't know that you offered certain services. I have had clients that I do Facebook marketing for, or Pinterest marketing, that didn't know that I did email marketing too, and they're like, oh, well, can you do that too? And great. Or maybe they've decided they want to expand their services and they didn't previously offer something before, and now they want you to take over that too. But regardless, you have to have a way to keep in contact with these potential customers or potential leads that visit your website, or that visit your Facebook page or your Twitter page or whatever. And it's great that they follow you on those sites, but that doesn't always necessarily mean that they're going to see your post that day. Like, if you're running a sale and you post it to Facebook and Twitter, or you're having a new service or a new product that you're coming out with, and you post it to, those different social media profiles, maybe someone missed it. And if they're not following you on your email, and you did something exclusively for your email followers, then they missed out on that. So my point is, you want to be capturing people somehow through a couple of different platforms. And the best way to do this on your website is through an opt-in. So they land on your website and you're giving away something that's really enticing and really needed by your customers. So something that you should be charging, an ebook that has really great information on it, like a free webinar that you did that's something really valuable. Something that I have up right now is a free mini Facebook marketing course that goes through the basics of Facebook marketing. And I could actually sell that as a course, but it's not because it's my opt-in for my email list. And as being a virtual assistant, something I could offer is, a worksheet on how to best use your virtual assistant, or things you didn't know a virtual assistant could do to save you time. Something like that it's not necessarily about your services. It's not like, oh, like I'm a virtual assistant, here's what I can do for you. It's just something to entice people to get them on your email list. So once you never want to have people land on something of yours, whether it's your website, your Facebook, whatever you're doing, without hopefully at least getting them to engage or to like your comment or whatever. But you want to actually get them to where you can email them consistently, so hopefully they can become a customer. If they're not already a customer, or if they're already an existing customer, hopefully you can work them through kind of up the marketing funnel to being, maybe they only needed a couple of hours of your virtual assistant, or they bought something in a package and they didn't know you offered something else, and you can work them up to the next package. Or, maybe you're running a sale and someone bought something on sale through you, or you offered a Black Friday special. Black Friday will be coming up soon. And someone bought something, or someone was interested in your services because you ran a special on your services, and now they want to, continue working with you, and you can consistently talk to them through your email. So email marketing for me has been a really great tool as being a virtual assistant and having other, marketing ventures, to consistently stay in contact with my current customers and clients, my future customers and clients, maybe someone that bought a one-off service with me. But regardless, you want to have a consistent way to stay in contact with people so they don't forget about you, so you can consistently give them valuable posts and blogs or whatever from you, so they don't forget about you. So if they do need you, or if they're using, your services now, and maybe you can get them to upgrade to something else, something, better, a different package, or more hours, or whatever it is, so you consistently give them information about you, valuable information, and you stay in their pocket. That is essentially a marketing funnel or a sales funnel, and how I think of it is all of my social media platforms, my email marketing, my Facebook, my Twitter, Pinterest, whatever, all of that working together to hopefully find new customers and have the customers that I already have work through that funnel, buying more things from me, getting more hours as a virtual assistant, things like that. And something that I used to think that isn't entirely true is, I don't want to post the same thing to all my platforms, right? Because the same people kind of follow me everywhere, and I don't want to bombard them with stuff. And that's not necessarily true, because I send you an email and I do a post on Pinterest about something, and I do a tweet. If you're posting valuable information, even if the same person is seeing your same post everywhere, it's not going to offend them because you're posting valuable content. If you're posting, even if you're posting offers, as long as you're not necessarily spamming people 24/7 all the time across all of your platforms, it's not going to offend them. And you have to keep it in mind that you're a business and you're here to make money, and you need to consistently be marketing and showing people your products and services, and showing people what you can do, and your personality on Instagram, posting cute pictures of your dog, but also selling your services. I don't get offended by it. I'm not going to get offended by seeing that people actively trying to sell their stuff. We're all in business. So that being said, again, you can post the same stuff throughout the same day. So if you write a blog post, you can go and you can share that on Facebook, on your Facebook page. And then you can maybe do a tweet, you know, hey, here's my latest blog post. Or you can do like a little summary and then leave the link for your blog post. Or you can pin your blog post on Pinterest. That's fine. That's repurposing your content. You want to repurpose your content because obviously you want to get more eyes on whatever you're doing or your blog post or your whatever it is. You want to get it out there and hopefully attract the right people and get more people to see it at once. But I guess the main point, marketing funnel, is you want to attract new people in. And then work them up to hopefully getting to know you, getting to know your services, that if they already need your services, then you can tell them about it. And then once they're purchasing your services, they're a customer, hopefully they really enjoy whatever you're doing for them and they can refer people out to you. Or you can work them into working more for you or whatever, and then you can just consistently work them up the funnel of, you know, buying more or having people refer you to other people or whatever the funnel is for you. So that's kind of a breakdown of marketing funnels. The other tidbit, I guess, is customer relations. So this is kind of a big, not necessarily debated topic, but it's a big topic of a lot of virtual assistants are people, and they're not necessarily used to running a business and having to do their own customer service management and having to come up with their own procedures and their own processes when gaining clients. So sometimes you'll gain a client and they will just hand you everything that you need. They'll say, okay, this is how you need to handle my customers. This is, you know, how you need to answer the phone, and this is, you know, the hours that you need to work, and here's how to format everything on Facebook every day, and this, that, and the other. They'll just hand you almost like a packet of everything that's already laid out. I've had clients like that, and it's great because you basically walk in and they just hand you everything and they show you how to do it, and then you're done. Sometimes you have clients that don't know what they're doing, and that's why they're hiring you to help them, and they give you nothing. And you have to come up with this stuff on your own, and hopefully it's consistent throughout, you know, your business of having the same, you know, having the same procedures throughout all of your clients or customers, because hopefully you have more than one customer, unless you have one client that pays all of your bills, which is great. But the main point is you really want to think about, before you have clients, or if you have clients now, thinking about, okay, you know, maybe I want to get another client, or maybe I want to establish some procedures with my current clients. You want to already have a contract ready in case your client doesn't have one. And, you know, have your hours clearly displayed out, have your time zones displayed out in the contract, have your rates in the contract, have, you know, holidays already laid out if you know you're going to have time off, have anything that you think that they should need to know that you think that might cause an issue anywhere. My main issues with clients have been with rates, with hours I'm supposed to work, with time zones, with when I'm supposed to get paid, who's supposed to be doing the billing, who handles taxes, who pays for learning new software, who pays for keeping software going. So if you have a client management tool, or you're using a time tracking tool, or you have a password software, or any of these types of tools, do they expect you to buy them? Will they buy them? If you need training on something, who pays for training? all of these things are really things that you need to think about. And as you get clients, you'll think of things that you may have not thought of, before. If you have a client that hands you everything, great. I would also recommend having a contract that is drafted by a lawyer and not downloading something for free off of Google. Yes, that will cost you some money to begin with. I don't know how much it is because I've had the same contract for a while. And I want to say I got like a contract in a bundle with some other important forms like a NDA form and all that. And it was around, I think, $300 at the time. And so that will save you if you ever get sued or if there's ever actually any legal action that happens or something. That will also save you if you decide to not work with the client, or if the client decides not to work with you. You also need to have those types of procedures outlined in a contract. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend finding a lawyer, and I can put some links up to find a non-disclosure agreement, an NDA, and a legitimate contract and not something that's free online. Because that will save your butt if anything ever happens. So those are some things to remember and to think about whenever you start working with a client, and those are some things you kind of already want to have an idea about. And another thing too, like religious holidays, things that might not seem like anything before you have clients, but then once you do and you say, oh, I need to, take observance for this, or if you have kids and you need to have certain days off for certain holidays or when they're sick or whatever, you need to have that written out in your contract. You need to have anything that you can necessarily think of right now in your contract already covered, so you don't run into any snafus later on.